Today we are going to teach you how to 3-star like a boss. We have some amazing Town Hall 9 3-star attacks, really taking advantage of the base, getting maximum value out of the troops, starting out with a Queen Charge Falcon attack. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. Make sure to subscribe for all of my Clash of Clans content. Check out this first attack from Artists of War, using that Queen Charge to take out the King and a bunch of Wizard Towers. Now, as you guys know, I joined Artists of War on my Town Hall 8 account. These guys have been 3-starring like bosses, and I might not even be needed. They're actually bumping up leagues because they've been tearing it up. Now just check out some of these attacks. You will be impressed. Starting out with that Queen Charge, gonna take out a bunch of defenses, like we said, Wizard Towers over on that side. Then we have a King tanking for a couple of Wizards and the Baby Dragon to set up the funnel. Look at the buildings now, which draw the Valkyries straight into the base. There's no way for them to go. The King and Wizards have destroyed that left-hand side. They are going to go into the base. No jump spell, no wall breakers. It's not needed. The Valkyries are able to tear apart the base, get in there and just destroy all of the defenses. Meanwhile, the Queen has tagged along behind, and as you will see, because the Valkyries are faster, they can get up ahead. The healers often swap over onto the Valkyries, and rage and heal spells are a fantastic combination to allow them to get through the base. They've taken out the enemy Queen, and it basically protects your Queen coming through the base. The Lava Hound inside does pop, and as you will see, sometimes the Valkyries can skew off to different sides in the base, but that is exactly why this attacker brings Hog Riders. Now we are going to move on to different attack strategies, a Queen Charge Lava Loon, even some dragon attacks. We have 5 different ones in this video, and they're all equally impressive. Notice how once the Valkyries come down to this area where the defenses are, the Hog Riders come in, and we have that heal spell ready just to help the Hog Riders through, and honestly, this base gets destroyed. Really like the use of that skeleton spell onto the Expo as well. That's kind of a fail-safe plan. We could have used that anywhere in the base, but actually it works beautifully to distract that Expo, allow the Hog Riders to come through, and again, the balloon is really just in case the Valkyries ran off anywhere. We could have sniped a cannon or anything like that off. Really nice attack, getting maximum value out of all of the troops used. But let's move on to a dragon attack. Now you guys know it's quite a while ago actually, I'll link it in the top right of this video, but I've done a guide on this strategy and it works fantastic against select bases. This is one of them bases. Watch how we tear this apart. 2 air defense, pretty much next to each other. We can use a bunch of lightning spells and 2 earthquake spells in order to take that down. Most of the time, with that set distance apart of the air defense, you'll need 3 lightning spells and 2 earthquake spells, but it's worth it. Think about it. Normally you'd take 2 lightning and an earthquake to take out 1 air defense, 3 lightning and 2 earthquake. You're up spells there, and you're taking out 2 air defense. Now, the southern area of the base is sorted. Dragons aren't really going to have an issue. So we come in with Suicide Heroes from the north, taking out 1 of the air defense. Even if you don't get both of them, you take a Lava Hound and balloons to target the 4th, and then you really just bring the dragons in, swooping from one side of the base to the other. And now that we can take max level dragons in the CC, it really does help out. So you'll see the King and Queen have taken out the air defense at the north. The dragons are already in. They can be a little bit slow, guys, so make sure you get them in as soon as it is safe to do so. But before they get in range of that air defense on the back end, that is when that Lava Loon portion comes in, and as you can see with this one, no question, it's going to go down. We have fantastic balloon pathing onto it. Going to take out that cannon, then the air defense. Dragons are well and truly protected. If you can, and it's not a must, it's a desirability. If you can track them balloons from the 4th air defense onto an Expo, it really does help out. But as you can see, we have more than enough power because we took apart the base effectively to take out that Expo anyway, and the dragons and balloons then merge together as part of a drag loon attack. And honestly, if you can take down them 4 air defense, it kind of does mimic what it's like at Town Hall 8 and the drag loon attack. Your entire army is based around the dragons and the balloons, and taking down them air defense that, you know, the rest of the base essentially doesn't matter. You're going to have enough strength to get through it if the air defense are down. Equally, this attack, man, just amazing. The guys over at Artists of War have literally been tearing it up recently. This queen charge is phenomenal. Just look at the value that we get. First of all, this wizard at the top is phenomenal. It's just right out of the way. We know it's not going to be targeted by any of the defenses, and we just get fantastic value, making sure that the queen goes exactly where we want to. A very interesting Tesla farm at the side of the base trying to catch us out, but unfortunately for the defender, the queen has got nothing else shooting at her. She can just take down them Teslas, absolutely no problem. She continues to move forward, but it gets more and more impressive. Once we've taken out the defenses down the bottom here, so much value as well, really helping out with the pathing of the lava loon. In come the wall breakers to really help get through that area. And as you will see, the queen is going to be able to take down them key objectives that we normally recommend. The CC is going to come down, the enemy queen is going to come down, and just look at the amount of defenses we're getting, not to mention the pathing we're creating for the balloons. It is just so impressive. The queen actually gets herself through this area, takes down the enemy queen, takes down the enemy king, more defenses go down. She's then going to move up to the north of the base, take down another wizard tower, another air defense, even the expo. It's just brilliant, brilliant stuff. And the pathing now is just so easy for the lava loon. You can see where they come in and just move right the way through these defenses. There's not really anything left. Yes, there's a couple of air defense, but we've got the lava hounds to actually pin onto that, so it's not going to matter. Brilliant use of the king to again create that funnel down the bottom, use the wizard to take off that air defense, and the queen now has done such a phenomenal job. She can go down all she wants at this point. The base is done. Once you've got such an amazing start to an attack like that, it really is a lot easier to do your lava loon attack and the back end. That's why I'm saying that if you're trying to learn an attack strategy like myself, I'm trying to learn the lava loon, I put more emphasis on the kill squad and the start of the attack, because if I get that right, I know I've got room for error within the lava loon attack, so I'd highly recommend you guys do the same. Look at that. Just nothing going to stop these balloons. The lava hound continues to tank. The base is crushed. And again, just not your typical strategy. That's why I'm showing you these different attacks at Town Hall 9. They're different. They're really intuitive. They really get maximum value out of the troops used. And again, they're just very impressive. Not just 3-starring. 3-starring like a boss, guys. Really showing it how it's done. Amazing Town Hall 9 attack strategies. And we have 2 more for you. Again, I really like this dragon attack because it's not the type of attack that you see a lot. It really does work well against select bases. So again, you can see them air defense just a couple of tiles apart, and I really like how he saves onto that final earthquake spell, because if he doesn't have to use it smack in the middle, notice how he's able to get a little bit of damage onto the air defense at the top here. Any extra damage you can get, make sure you are using that, guys. Again, suicide heroes, not really bothered what else they get. They take down that third air defense, and really, again, the dragons are going to have such an easy job at this. There's nothing which is going to stop them. 3 air defense down, continuing to take down more defenses as well. King takes down that Tesla farm at the back, but again, not really messing around. The dragons, if any attack strategy, it's one of them that could, you know, fail on time. It could. So you've got to be careful at how you attack. Notice how the entire base is taken care of here. We're not going to miss out on any of the buildings. Dragons aren't going to have to come back over. And again, the lava hound and loons target onto that air defense to try and protect the dragons as much as possible. At this point, it's really just allowing the dragons to sweep from one side of the base to the other. There's absolutely nothing going to stop them. The rage spell that you have, the final rage spell, if the queen's still standing, try and use it over that area, or try and use it somewhere where the dragons are a bit more affected, obviously, where they're a bit more in danger. But honestly, even archer towers and expos, they're not really going to do anything to that amount of dragons. You've taken down the main defenses, which are really targeting and causing issue to the dragons. It's not like we have inferno towers or anything like that, so the dragons just swoop around the base. But again, efficiency is key. Getting the dragons in as soon as necessary, as soon as you can, is really going to help you out. Final attack here for you. It is another Falcon attack because I really like watching these Queen Charge attacks at Town Hall 9. And again, they just set up the bases so well. Again, you don't have to worry about Inferno Towers, so you can literally just charge away with your Queen. Your rage spells will get you through, and again, you will see the use of balloons here as part of the Queen Charge. Often just, you know, putting them in and not really getting too much value, but actually what that's doing, if it's a fresh hit, your healers are 14 troop capacity. You do not want a black air bomb going off and taking one of them out. So sometimes if you suspect it's an area where there could be one, just drop a balloon in, or if there's been a scout attack and you know there's one there, take a balloon, just pop that balloon in. You're only then losing 5 troop capacity. It is well worth it, guys. And as you can see here, continuing to come down to the bottom, we do lure a Lava Hound, which again, not brilliant against a Queen, but she's not really in any danger. She's got 1 Expo shooting at her, so it's not really going to cause any issue. And again, once the funnel is set, you can then bring the Valkyries in. Notice how the King and the Wizards again create that funnel right around the side of the base. So the Valkyries, even though they can be a bit funny with the pathing since they go into the middle of buildings, there's no chance of them going around the base. There's nothing there. So they have to go into the middle. Again, they're going to get through them walls very quickly, and it's really just taking your heals and rage spells wisely in order to power them through. You might need to use a rage spell on the Queen initially, but then your heal spell should be on the Valkyries. If you've only got 1 rage for the Valkyries, you want to use that in the core. You don't want to use it to the perimeter of the base unless there's a lot of defenses there. Again, you want to use it where there's most value. Make sure you're keeping an eye on the Valkyries. They can go down very quickly if there's giant bombs and splash damage, so make sure you've got them heal spells. And again, the Valkyries are quick, so make sure you're putting the heal spells in front of the Valkyries so they run into it. And again, any defenses that they might miss, Hog Riders into the side in order to snipe them off. Try and do it when they're still tanked if you can. Sometimes it's not always viable to do that. You might have to use the Hog's more suicide method, but actually it really doesn't matter. You're going to take down that base either way. If you've got that Queen Charge, you've got that funnel, Valkyries are going to smash it in the middle. 1 cannon left over, but look at what we have. We have a skeleton spell, which we do use to help clean up, but we could have put it down there if we wanted to. Poison spell not used. Bunch of bowlers and the Queen with the healers, not going to be an issue. And again, we do have troops on the outside of the base that were used in order to clean up as well and just get them extra defenses down. But some very, very nice attacks at Town Hall 9. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and if you made it to the end. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out.